everyone, this is Marlene from Art by Marlene and I'm here to show you the brand new August collection. It has been quite a delay and it was planned for July, and I usually have a release every first month and a quarter, but there was some delays due to shipping issues, but we are ready to go, and the 1st of August I will have the brand new release ready for you. Of course, I will do an introduction and show you everything that I have in store for you. And this time around, I'm going to start to show you, because everything in my brand new release all comes in this very, very nice journal case. So this actually contains the whole of the brand new collection. Can you believe that? It is just everything in one. So if you compare it to the previous case that we have, just for sizing, you will see this one is quite a bit larger. It's also broader, so there is a lot more that can fit in there. It's got very sturdy handles. It's got a pocket with a zip in the front, so you can actually add lots more in there. So whatever you need, it'll be able to go in there. The measurements of this is actually 380 by 270 by 30 millimeters. So that is in inches, 15 by 10.5 by 1.2 inch. So it's quite a big one, and you can actually fit your small laptop in here if you want to. But of course you can put the artist size journal in there. You can add the perfect size with it. There's just so much that can go into this. So that's the first product in the brand new collection. And the second product that I have in store for you is this wonderful art journal. So I'm going to take it out of the packaging just to show you. A bit of a noise there. So here you can see the beautiful new journal. So this journal is ABM 25 Journal 20, so GOUR 20. And it's the perfect size journal. Once again, of course, I'm filming in selfie mode, so everything will be back to front for you guys. But of course, it is all written in the right direction when you receive your products. So just to grab mine here, I've got some tags stuck in there. I've got some journal elastic on front of there. Everything is all stuck into my journal. In this journal, you will receive 20 sheets of the nice smooth paper. It's all round paper, so you can do some watercoloring. You can use your transfers in there. You can use collage papers. If you want to use your neo colors, acrylic paints, you can directly do your jelly prints on them if you want to do that. Everything is actually possible. So that actually fits into this bag perfectly. Then I have 4 beautiful new stencils for you, and you know that I'm quite a bit of a stencil lover, and the stencils actually came out nicer than I had hoped. The first one I call Falling Leaves, and it's mask 355, so it's ABM for Art by Marlene, 25 for 2025, and then mask, because it's a stencil or a mask, 355. And that is the first one in that collection. And this is of course beautiful to use in your pages, so you can come from all sides with these beautiful leaves, or you can do some greenery from the top. Beautiful on your gel plate. To combine with that, you can do tone on tone, but you can also work with brights in there, so lots of possibilities. The next one is called Deco Wave. So I am well known for my use of scallops and circles, of course, in my collections, and this will not be the first scallops stencil that I brought out, but Deco Waves is certainly one of the most favorite and most fun ones that I have in this collection. So there you can actually see the one that I have. I've actually taken it out of the packaging just so it's not that shiny. And this is mask 357. Got 4 masks in total, so we've got a few to go. The next one is called Frantic deco. So if I say the word frantic deco, you know it's quite a lot. And it's mask 356, so this is the one I have there. So it's got quite a bit of different elements combined together, circles and crosses, all of those little, just the textures and the playfulness that you want to bring in when you can see, like I do my paintings like that. I actually get all of my inspiration from things that I've already created. So this is what Frantic Deco was based on like patterns that I use in these larger paintings of mine. And then I've got one that is just more like if you want to put a name on something, or you want to use a quote and you want to really decorate that, and I'll call it Oodles of Doodles. And of course you've got the nice border there to combine, but of course you can use this one or this one at the front. So I've got samples I've made with that, and this one is mask 358, the Oodles of Doodles mask. So that is the next one I have for you. So then I have a brand new product, and this one actually has 150 different elements in it. It's a cut and paste block, but this time around it is not an A4 size. This one is actually the perfect size, and when I say perfect size, I'm just checking here for the correct measurements, 170 by 240 millimeters, which is about 6.7 by 4.5 inch roundabout that you will find. There's 40 sheets in there, so it means you've got 20 unique designs, and they're all repeated twice for you to be able to use them everywhere. The set, the cut and paste block, is called Whimsical World, and the code is ABM25DPP359. This one has 100 grams paper, so you use my collage paper, which is a really, really thin 70 GSM paper. Then we also have the die cut blocks, which is a much thicker paper. I think they are 200 something. And then we've got my normal paper pads, which is 170 GSM, and this one is 100 GSM. So I'm going to show you, turn it around, and I can just show you on the back. So first of all, you've got my camping scenes, so little camping huts, a little caravan, some fishies, some gorgeous butterflies, some birdies, some flowers, then like abstract trees, abstract leaves, some flowers, a little road leading to somewhere with a poppy field in the front, a little, just what do you call it, arch for you to put one of your ladies in there, a little lady just looking afar, a little girl dancing, a little girl staring at the moon. I actually painted this one on holiday last year. Another one flying about. This is a more mixed media collage girl. It's a cake, but it's also an island. This one is written home, so it's back to front with little houses. Let me see, this one, change, butterflies, for me a symbol of change. A little abstract landscape and a landscape with hearts. So all of those are in this book, and I'm just gonna flip through so you can, you can see. So you actually have to cut these or tear them and collage them into your books, and you can use my matte gel medium for that, or you can also use the gesso just to actually blend it into your pages. But here you can see some of those items that, this is quite a few hours of watercoloring that went into that. So there you can see, this is also watercolored, that is more mixed media work, drawing on my iPad, some butterflies, some fishies, some caravans, whatever. So quite a lot, all different little things, and I think it's just a perfect, so it's a perfect size mixed media art journaling collage book. It's we call it a cut and paste block. It's Whimsical World, its name, and it's DPP 359. So that's that one for you. So let's see, what are we going to do next? Oh, these ones, the elastic bands. So I'm just going to take it out of the packaging to show you that so you can see it better. So that is the gorgeous elastic bands that you have in there. So they're folded at the back, so they are larger. So they are made to go around my perfect size journal, just for extra stability, if you want to add things in or just want to funk it up and make it fun. It's just these beautiful ones, and then of course it goes with the bag and everything goes together with the journal. I like to make these little sets and create something that's really whimsical and fun, and think that's something that I love too. So the elastic bands is ABM 25EBA01. It fits the perfect size journal. It is, the measurements is 253 by 25 millimeters. And that is 10 by 1 inch. So that's the measurement. So you've got that to show. So then let's go in. Oh, I've got so many things that I want to show you, and it's quite exciting because we've got quite a few new fun things in this collection. And I like to show them, but I think I can't show all the new things in the beginning. I have to show normal things like our stamps as well. So one of my new favorites is definitely my new background building stamp. So I've got a scene building stamp, I've got bold words stamp, and I've got a background building stamp. So only 3 clear stamp sets in this one, all A5 size that you are used to. And the first one is called background building. It's ABM 25 stamp 870. And this is just to show you how you can build that stamp into a lovely scene. And here you can see all the separate stamps at the back. So at the front, I actually show you how you can combine them. And at the back, you can see all the separate ones. So these you can build up into anything you want and just play around with them. So stamp 870, background building, and it's exactly what it says. It's for building backgrounds. Then the next one is something that many of you have asked me for quite some time. It's a scene building stamp. We've got all these girls and creatures and animals and fun little things, but we want to have them in a little scene. We want to put them in front of a fireplace, or maybe have a window behind them, or have some flowers or a little chair or something. So I have done exactly that. I've made a scene building stamp set for you guys. And that is just a sample of how you can build up a little scene. That is what I've made of it. And here you can see that you can stamp the window, then you can stamp the snow into the window. And of course you can do this afterwards with like embossing ink or something like that. And you can do embossing with white on top of that so you can see the snowflakes. There's a little fireplace, a little mirror, but you can turn that into a painting if you draw into something in there. This is a wreath, or not a wreath, like a floral guirlande or whatever you call it. And you can put it either side here or around the window. It fits both. You've got the little chair. And of course, this one will fit around there and around here as well. You can also just build it up and make a little window of that. A little candle to put onto your fireplace. So you've got loads of different things to play around with, as you can see there. And this one is ABM 25 stamp 866. So a nice scene building stamp and a real fun one, and something that you can really use with all of those existing things that you already have in your collection. Of course, I wanted something bold, some statement pieces in this collection as well. So I've made bold words, and this is the one that I've created for you. It's got textures, but also the bold words. So the words in there is luck. We all need some of it. We all need it from time to time. Sorry, I can't put my glasses on when I'm here reading. It just looks funny. Create, hello sunshine, art, hi there, doodle. And then, of course, all the different little textures in there. So quite a fun one to play around with and create some fun funky products with. Then something brand new in my collection is new Washis. And I've got 2 sets. And I'm going to grab this because I think it's quite difficult to see what they actually look like in there. So I'm just going to open my journal. And on this page, you can really see how I've used the washi. You can see the red dotted one, the scallop one. Then you can see the purple scalloped one. Then let's see, then you've got the dotted one I don't have in there on this page. Oh, it's at the back here. You can see just behind her, this one is peeping through. And then I've got the other one, and that's this one, and you can see it's this, and it's this one, and that one in there. Because this is all color onto color, you don't see the colors really well. But I'm going to tell you first of all, this one is called the multicolor set, and it is ABM 25 wash 29. And of course, that is the multicolor one, is this colorful one, the one with this colorful scallops and the rainbow scallops. That is into the multicolor. And then you've got the dotty one, which is wash 30 with ABM 25 wash 30. And it's got 5 meters and it's a width of 18 millimeters. And this is called dotty. And of course, that is the dotty ones that you see over there. And that is just so much fun because I love to use that in journaling, but also for people doing junk journals and people doing planners or just like to use washi tape. I think they are just awesome, and I'm really happy how those turned out into collection. Just a little tip, I usually put a little ribbon around mine so you can really just see the different ones. So these are the 3 dotties and those are the 3 multicolored, and they don't look really bright here, but they're actually as bright as this when you put them onto a white. So that is quite a bit of fun. I'm going to go over to 2 more stamps, and this time it's called, the first one is called Beach Bum. It's my 2 little rubber stamps, cling rubber stamps, and this is my little beach bum. You can see it's got a little banner so you can put a name on top of it. Can you focus? It's got a bit of sand at the bottom. I'm going to just open it up for you so you can really see the stamp set. It's so cute. So it's your red rubber etched in. So it's really tiny. It's an A6 little size stamp set that we have, or A7. I believe it's actually A7. It's really tiny, really small. And it's stamp 869. Yeah, measurements aren't on the packaging here, but I will give it to you in a while because I do have it somewhere around here. Where is it? 48 by 82 millimeters. 48 by 82 millimeters it is. And then I've got the next one, which is called Sweetie Pie. And Sweetie Pie is also a little one that you can just build a little scene with. So you can see Sweetie Pie there with her balloon and the little grass. She's giving you an eye wink. So that's a little cutie that's in there for you too. So these are kind of collectibles. I like to use them as collectibles. My little beach bum and Sweetie Pie is just fun to have and incorporate them. Surely if you like ATCs, which is something that's going to be a topic in my later this year collection. In October I will have a new release. I am sad to share that I won't be having an advent calendar this year. I know many of you expected that I'll be having an advent calendar, but unfortunately when we got the samples of what I wanted to create it, I was really not happy about it. And there's nothing worse than having complaints about an advent calendar. and I was not going to put myself through that this year. So I'm very sorry, but we unanimously decided that we're not going to do the advent calendar this year, and I hope to do it next year, and we'll be really good on time to make sure that we get something out that you really love, all of you. So for the next one, we will have the rub-on sheets. So I've got new rub-on sheets, and actually I've got 2 sets. So this set you will almost not be able to see because it's actually white rub-ons. So when I say white rub-ons, it's totally white. Oh, sorry, got an itch. I'm just going to take it out of the packaging over here. It's just one that I've already used and cut a piece off. So you can see when I pull the backing sheet off there, it's actually white rub-on. So you can just cut a piece off there with the backing on and rub it off, and you've got these white, soft, like a watermark going over your work. And that's what I like about the white ones. So it was something that we wanted to give a try. I actually believe, who was this? I think Tamara, she does the samples and things for a journal, and she said, why don't you do white rub-ons last year? And I said I might give it a try. So Tamara, I gave it a try. So I think it was you that said it. I'm not very sure, but I believe it is you. So that is the one that I have given a try. So what do we have in these sets? So it's the rub-on sheet. The black one is called Black Lovely Prints. And the sizing is A5 size, which is a 5.8 by 8.3 inch. And it's Rub 05, that's the black one. And there you can see the designs on the back. You can see the different designs that we have for you. So you can use partial designs. It's really to do, I'll show you how I've used it in mine. You can just combine them and create different things and scenes with it. And of course, you've got the white lovely prints, and that is Rub 06. And there you can see the white rub-ons. So it's the same set, one in white and one in black. And I actually like to use both together. So you've got the same mark making in black and white and combine them all together. So that's it. And last but surely not least is my funny birds. Now my funny birds is the luxury paper elements. So there you can see the luxury paper elements. And let me just see if I've got some of them loose lying around here. No, so I'm going to open the little bag. Oops. I've actually used so many of them. So just to show you a couple. And of course you have all of them in 2 different sizes. So once again, 16 designs, all of them in 2 different sizes. So 32 elements in total. So let's see. We have this little baby. Funny bird. Oh, you all know me, I like a flamingo. Flamingo in a canoe. So all of these different little elements, so loads and loads of different ones. So just very playful, lots of fun, and you've got them in 2 sizes. So of course you'll have the smaller ones as well that you can use for if you have a card, or you've got an ATC, you've got a smaller journal page, or you want to actually decorate your planner or journal or whatever. It's just there for you to play with. So that is the one that you have there. So yeah, that is the total new collection. Of course, I've got a few samples to show you all. And let let's see what I have for you. First of all, in my journal, I've taken off my little elastic. I have this one, and of course I've used some of the quotes from my previous collection, but just to show you closer by, you can see I've actually, in the mirror, I've used some of the textured stamps and that texture building and bold words. I have actually used some of those in there too. I've made my little scene. I've used, this is the rub-ons on there. So just all together, lots of fun to use together. And of course, don't forget the washi at the top. So I've used a couple of things in there. Then of course, I've used that cut and paste block in there. I've used a stencil from the previous collection that I've actually used on top of that lady. So I've taken my stencil and just enhanced it. You can see all that leaves from that lovely falling leaf stencil. Let me grab it so I can just show you. I've used lots of that all around here. And of course that hey you, hey there, and I've just made you, I've written a word and I've added that, and of course the funny bird was added and the washi tape was added. She's from my little book. Of course you see that's from that texture stamp, that texture frenzy, I believe it's called. This is all the rub-ons, the little bird from the cut and paste block. This is actually from the cut and paste block in total, so I've just cut this out. I created a background, I splattered a bit, and then I went in with my markers and I worked a bit on that to create a fun page. That is that scene building stamp with the windows, and that is the snow that I actually stamped at the bottom. I've added some of the birds in there just for fun. Then that little island, that cake island with the washi tape around it, decorated it with some of the birds and houses, and the large text stamp that I have there. Here, once again, the large text stamp, the borders. You can see all the textures that I've actually stamped and stenciled on top of there. I've added some of the birds, a little balloon from the little cling stamp. Then this one, the bubbles are actually, you can see, I've got the large bubbles is in the background building stamp. So I've got the large bubbles, and so when you stamp that fish, you've got a nice bubbles at the background there that you can add. You can see I've got a scalloped edge on this page because on the other side of this, I actually used that scalloped edge. Then I've done lots of stenciling with that frenzy, the large butterfly from the cut and paste block. That is Oodles of Doodles. Where is it? Yeah, there's the Oodles of Doodles mask stamp set. So what I did, I just took a white piece of paper, I stenciled in black on top of this, and I've cut it out and stuck it on there. So that is how fun and how easy it is to create that pages for you all. And of course, just that background stamping and the words in between. The lady that I've created, and of course I've used some of my acrylic paints in the background there, and I've added some of my stenciling. So just fun and play around with. That is that scene building stamp that you could actually put the wreath, what I called it, but it's more the flowers, and I just did 4 of them together, and the little piece in between I did a few extra flowers in there, and I created the words from the stencil. It's a large background from that same book, cut and paste block. I've added one of the birdies in the inside, and I've decorated it, and I did the background with some gold embossing. I don't know if you can pick that up. Oh yeah, if I do that you can see it. Let's see, then I've got this one. I've did little tags, and I've added the tags to my actual journal. I thought that is fun, and that is of course those little two cutie sweetie pie beach bum in there. And more textures from the background and my previous stamp set that I was testing it in. And another one, 2 background from that cut and paste block that you have in there. So that is everything that I have for you in this new release. I'm really happy to share everything with you every single time, and I will appreciate you supporting me and using my products in the way they were made and created for you to use them for. Everything was designed with lots of time, lots of love by me, and of course Rihanna, which is my help at Studio Light. She is the graphic designer that does all my packaging. She does all these little headers and things like that, so it's always fun to see when I've got the final stamp set in my hand. She does the sizing, everything technical that I'm not good at, she helps me with. I've got 3 more little tags just to show you how you can use that black and white, what do you call it, rub-ons. Oh, my words, it's just I'm lost for words. That is textures, rub-ons all together, also rub-ons and textures and stamps on these little tags. So lots and lots and lots of different things heading your way. But of course, we still have our products that is just a core of my collection, which is like the white craft sheet. I've got a good video on the Art by Marlene YouTube page where you can see how to use that. Of course, we've got my gesso, the gel medium, which is wonderful things to use. The artist sponges, 48 of those sponges, really nice. Remember to wet them before use. Of course, my sticky glue and my wonderful acrylic paint. So those are just the bases of my collection, and I want you to enjoy them all together and have fun. Please be sure to join the Art by Marlene Creatives group where we post all of the inspiration. You can also follow along on Instagram on the Art by Marlene page, where I sometimes also share certainly during the summer, my design team's inspiration. The release is on the 1st of August. I have another surprise for you on the 20th of August. It's not a lot, but it's just a small surprise. It's a new something that I'm bringing out, so that'll be something just to do a little add-on, but it's not a whole collection like this. And then we will be there in October again to share the lovely new products that we have to enjoy during the Christmas months. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Until the next time, bye-bye.